Okay, so what are your expectations as in RBT upstate behavior? You will have 90 days to complete your RBT certification unless discussed otherwise with the owner. Um, and then there is a link um, that will be provided that you guys can click in to get that done. And then here's the supervision staff will like to help you to keep track of your modules by receiving a list of at least 5 modules that you have completed in the week. You can write these modules down and say, like, this is what I have completed and put your name by them. You can send us a text or put it in, send it to one of us, like in a group chat, just to say, like, hey, like I completed these this week, just so we can kind of keep track of what's been completed and what hasn't been completed. And then once you have completed your 40-hour course, there will be a competency assessment that will be given by your BCBA. And then once that's completed and submitted, fines are paid through the BACB website. You will find I think they have it to where you can do the exam online, or you can go to like an actual site and go in person, and you can take the RBT exam that way. It is required that you at least show up 10 to 15 minutes prior to session. And this is just so that you can figure out, like, okay, what area you're going to work in to gather your reinforcements for your client. Basically, just to get ready for your day. And then we want to make sure that we are pairing with our clients at the beginning of the session. Engage with your client all throughout your session, just to make sure that you are given the best ABA therapy and just to make sure that like your kiddo is going to get the best goal obtained throughout the session. Like every session is a good session, and so we want to just try to make sure that we are communicating throughout, we are engaging with our kiddos throughout, making sure that we're doing our preference assessments, and that we are having our MO for our kiddos to work for. Want to make sure that you are delivering your SDs appropriately so that you are understanding the questions and how to deliver and how to track data. Because if you do not know how to track data appropriately, you will skew the data, and we basically can't use the information that you're giving. You want to make sure that you are following the prompt levels. So if it is least to most, you want to make sure you're following that. And if it's most to least, you want to make sure you're following that, because it can switch up depending on the client. You want to make sure you are maintaining a positive mindset, that we're using our environment, what's around us to conduct session, that we are honestly tracking data, basically maintaining integrity when we are collecting data. We want to make sure that we are following the BSP and dealing with behaviors the way that it is instructed. You want to make sure that you are able to receive feedback and correct mistakes that may have been made, and just be mindful that feedback is always corrective, and it just ensures that clients are going to get the best out of our services.